to discuss about female reproductive system. In what are the parts having in female reproductive system? The female reproductive system, first of all, we have to write the female, what are the parts having in female reproductive system? One pair. One pair means two. One pair of ovaries. One pair of ovaries and one pair of fallopian tubes. One pair of fallopian tubes. Fallopian tubes. And one pair of fallopian tube, uterus. After that one, cervix and vagina, external genitalia. After that one, mammary glands. Okay, in female reproductive system, these parts we will observe in female reproductive system. What are that one? One pair of ovaries, one pair of fallopian tube or oviduct, and uterus and cervix and vagina and also external genitalia. After that one, what? Mammary glands. These are parts that consist in female reproductive system. Okay, how to draw? Easy to draw the diagram of female reproductive system. First of all, okay, if you observe the female reproductive system, sorry, 1 minute. Finger-like projections and ovary, one pair of ovary, which are oval shape or almond shape. We will observe these type of structure in female reproductive system. Okay, and these female reproductive, what are the parts? This is what the female reproductive system. It is located below abdominal area. Male reproductive system is located outside the body, but female reproductive system is located below abdominal area. Below abdominal area of the female pelvic region in female body. Okay, in one pair of ovaries. Okay, these are one pair of ovaries. These two are ovaries. One pair of ovaries. These are also ovary, and these are, we can call, fallopian tube. Fallopian tube, we can call these finger-like structure fimbriae, and this is a wider region, infundibulum, and this is ampulla, and this narrower region we can call ampulla, we can call isthmus. Okay, this part we can call uterus, and uterus, this is monometrium, perimetrium or midmetrium, This is we can call endometrium. Endometrium. And this is cervix. This part we can call, which is the acidic portion, we can call vagina. Vagina open into, okay, external genitalia. Okay, these are the parts we will observe in female reproductive system. Okay, in female reproductive system, the first one is one pair of ovaries, one pair of fallopian tube, one pair of uterus, uterus, cervix, vagina, external genitalia, mammary glands. We will observe these type of parts in female reproductive system. The first one we are going to discuss about ovary. Okay, first we have to discuss about ovary. We are going to discuss about ovary. One pair of ovaries which are important part in female reproductive system. These ovaries are almond shaped structure. Okay, these are one pair of ovaries. Almond shaped structures. Okay, almond shaped structures. And the size of the ovary, size of ovary, long 3.5 centimeters long and width 2 centimeters width and thickness 1 centimeter, approximately 1 centimeter thickness. That means one ovary which is located below abdominal area, the size of the ovary is 3.5 centimeters long, 2.5 centimeters width and thickness is 1 centimeter thickness is there in the size of the ovary. The ovary, okay, so that it is covering with what? It is covering with epithelial tissue, simple epithelial tissue, cuboidal epithelial tissue. The outer covering layer of the ovary is what? Epithelium. Epithelial tissue, especially outer covering layer. And inside, it is made up of tunica albuginea. The connective tissue, tunica layer is called tunica albuginea. Okay, outer very thin layer, that is called epithelium, inner tunica albuginea. Okay, so the next size after that one, what it is a covering, and inner part of the tunica albuginea, this part we can call stroma. What we call the stromal, especially for stromal region. This stroma region is divided into two parts. The outer layer epithelium, inside one more layer is there, that is we can call tunica albuginea. Inside the tunica albuginea, okay, the total, it is the fluid like substance, that is the content we can call stroma. That stroma divided into two regions. Again, this stroma divided into two regions. One region we can call cortex, peripheral cortex, and the middle region, that is we can call inner medulla. This is ovary, almond shaped structure, which are located below abdominal area, very important part of the female reproductive system, which are useful for ovulation. And these are, it is covering with epithelium, and the inner layer covered with what? Tunica albuginea. The middle part of which is covered with fluid like substance, that is we can call stroma. The stroma divided into two regions. One region we can call the outer region, peripheral region. This region we can call cortex. And inner region, the middle region we can call medulla. Cortex and medulla. And what we observe in inner region, we will observe lot of blood vessels. Okay, lot of blood vessels, nerve cords are enter into through within middle region. Middle regions are what? It will be consist what? Nerve cords and blood vessels are contains in middle region, medullary region. In outer region, very important. Outer region, this region, cortex region, we will observe in cortex region, we will observe small predominal follicles, primary follicle, secondary follicles, tertiary follicles. Okay, we will observe follicles, primary, secondary and tertiary follicles. We will observe in cortex region. In primary follicle and predominal follicle is not developed, and primary and secondary, these follicles are, it will be consist 50,000 to 60,000. After puberty stage, it will be consist how many follicles means 50,000 to 60,000 follicles is there. These follicles, for example, which is developed follicle, for example, this is developed follicle, secondary oocyte, and ruptures and releasing what? Ova. Ruptures and releasing ova. Try to understand, very important part. Okay, this part is what? This secondary oocyte are nothing but ovum. After development, after developing, it ruptures, the breaking down of what? This follicle, that follicle we can call Graafian follicle. So that I write Graafian follicle. This Graafian follicle rupture and releasing what? Ovum. Ovum. That after rupturing, whatever remaining part means what? After rupturing, that follicle only remaining. That follicle we can call corpus luteum. Very important. Corpus luteum. Corpus luteum. The corpus luteum, especially what is the use of corpus luteum? It secretes hormones. What hormones it will be secret? It secretes estrogen and progesterone hormone. Very important. Progesterone. That means what is the main function of ovary? The main functions of ovary is two functions. One function is what? Ovulation, the releasing of ovum, and second function is what? After releasing of ovum, whatever follicle is there, that is we can call corpus luteum. That part, that corpus luteum is secretes what? Hormones. Which type of hormones it is releasing? Estrogen and progesterone. These are very important female reproductive organs, the female characters, the development of fetus, the cause of development, milk production, whatever is there, these two hormones are very important. After that one we can call tunica, we can call corpus albicans. That part we can call corpus albicans. Albicans. Okay, try to remember here. Okay, very simple. The ovary is an almond shape. It is covering with epithelium tissue, cuboidal epithelium. Inner layer we can call tunica albuginea. The inside the part, whatever part is there, that is we can call stroma. The stroma divided into two parts. The periperal part, this is the periperal part. This periperal part, outer, periperal means outer part. Okay, this part. The periperal part is called cortex. The inner part we can call medullary. In inner part, it will be contained what? Nerve cord, nerve cells, nerve cord, blood vessels, everything is there in that. And outer region, peripheral region, in cortex region, prematured and matured follicles we are observed. That follicles we can call Graafian follicles. Graafian follicle. Each and every Graafian follicle after development ruptures and releasing what? Ovum. That is we can call ovulation. After ovulation, whatever remaining part is there, that part we can call corpus luteum. The corpus luteum to releasing two types of hormones, estrogen and progesterone. This estrogen and progesterone is the main cause of female characters and female uterus development. These are useful. In one more important point, in female body, these follicles or eggs formation occurs from their birth. Birth onwards, before birth, when the fetus is developing, at the time only these follicles are formed, eggs are formed in their body. But in male body, after puberty, spermatogenesis occurs. But in female, when the female baby or female fetus is developing, at the time only these follicles are formed in female body. Try to understand, very important point. Here ovary, already we learned about ovary is the almond shaped structure which is attached to the uterus, okay, with ligament, and size of the ovary 3.5 centimeters and length 2 centimeters width and 1 centimeter thick, and it is covering with epithelium tissue, and second layer tunica albuginea, and inner part of the tunica albuginea stroma divided into two parts, the peripheral outside region, peripheral region, this is we can call cortex, in middle region we can call medulla, inner region, and these follicles are whatever follicles is there, these follicles are 50 to 60,000 follicles. These follicles rupture and releasing, which are developed follicle, primary follicle, secondary follicle, tertiary follicles. These follicles rupture and releasing what? Ova. That is called ovulation. After ovulation, the remaining part we can call corpus luteum. This corpus luteum releasing hormones, estrogen hormone, progesterone hormone, which are female hormones. Okay, and female follicles and eggs are formed when there are burn. On starting stage onwards, these female burns with follicles and eggs. Okay, the fetus is, when the fetus is developing, female fetus, and these follicles and eggs are developed at the starting stage only. Okay, what are the main functions of ovary? The main function of ovary is two functions. One function is ovulation, releasing of ovum, and second version is what? Hormones, especially for the releasing of steroids hormones, releasing of steroid hormones like estrogen and progesterone. Okay, this is information about ovary. Okay, after ovary we have to discuss about what? Fallopian tube or oviduct. Okay, this is we can call fallopian tube or oviduct. How many fallopian tube? 1, 2. One pair of fallopian tube which is passing ovum. Okay, and fallopian tube divided into three parts. Okay, we have to divide this fallopian tube into three regions. This wider region we can call infundibulum, and this part, middle part, we can call ampulla. This part we can call isthmus. That means this oviduct or fallopian divided into three parts: infundibulum, ampulla, and isthmus. And here we are observing the finger-like projections, just like a finger-like projection, very wide funnel-shaped finger-like projection. This funnel-shaped finger-like projection we can call fimbriae, finger-like projection, finger-like projections. Okay, this is the funnel shape. This is the cone shape. Here having little bit cone shape structure, the wider and cone shape. The infundibulum through with the ovary enter into the oviduct through with what? Fimbriae through with infundibulum. After that one in ampulla is wider part. This is wider, bigger, and after infundibulum, ampulla is wider. In this region, very important, the fertilization is occurs in this region. After that one, the narrower region we can call isthmus. Okay, this is we can call what? Especially for oviduct or fallopian tube. So that fallopian tube divided into three parts: infundibulum, infundibulum, which is the wider region, and second one, okay, ampulla, where does the fertilization is occurs, ampulla, and third one is isthmus. Isthmus. Isthmus is the narrower. It connects what? It connects fallopian tube, ampulla, and ureters. It is connected with ureter. Ureter through with isthmus is open into the uterus. Try to understand. Okay, this is the second part we can call what? Fallopian tube. Very easy. Where does it is the finger-like projection. The starting part of what? Finger-like projection we can call these are fimbriae. Finger-like projections. Okay, OV passing through with these infundibulum, ampulla. In ampulla fertilization is occurs, isthmus. Then it is enter into the uterus. After ovary, after fallopian tube or ovary, the next part is very important part in female reproductive system. One more part, where does development, fetal, the zygote development occurs, the implantation and occurs, especially that part we can call uterus. This uterus is the bag-like structure, is showing the contraction and relaxation. When the pregnant time, gestation period, it is showing development and relaxation. And this uterus is in the three parts is there in uterus. Okay, uterus, the first one monometrium, it is covering with monometrium, the outer region, very thin region we can call monometrium. This middle part we can call, which is the largest part, which is the showing contraction at the time of parturition, that is we can call monometrium, perimetrium, and third part we can call, this part we can call endometrium. Endometrium showing lot of differences, lot of development at the time of menstrual cycle. After ovulation, the endometrium will be develops. The tissue develops in endometrium. It is showing development at the time of menstrual cycle. And at the time of menstrual cycle, this endometrium, whatever developed tissue, ruptures and releasing blood, bleeding. So that it is showing what? Menstrual cycle. Okay, it is showing what response development occurs in endometrium. That means, okay, this is the sac-like structure, whatever sac-like structure, bag-like structure, it is divided into the outer layer. Okay, so that I will draw easy to understand here. Okay, this is a sac-like structure, whatever sac-like structure we can call, this is monometrium. Outside layer, very thin layer, we can call monometrium. Okay, this part we can call monometrium. Okay, perimetrium. Perimetrium showing the response, showing the flexibility. Okay, especially at the time of birth, parturition time, the contractions, it will be showing contractions and relaxations. After that one, endometrium, the inner layer, endometrium. It is a single layer. This is what? Okay, this is multi-layers. This is endometrium, also thick layer. Okay, only thin layer is monometrium. After that one, perimetrium is thick layer. After that one, endometrium is what? That is also thick layer. Especially it is showing the development at the time of menstrual cycle. Actually, uterus, and also generally we can call uterus, this part of uterus we can call mother womb. Mother womb also we can call. The development occurs in uterus only. The bag-like structure, just like a sac-like structure. We are observed development in this region. Okay, implantation occurs in this region only. Development occurs in this region only. And also the pear-shaped structure. Pear-shaped means what? What is the meaning of pear-shaped? Pear-shaped means what? The fruit, just like a, the posterior is what? Posterior part is narrower and the downward part is what? Wider, but inverted, reversely. Okay, this is pear fruit. Okay, pear shaped structure. That means it is reversely. That means this is wider, here narrower. It will be showing narrower. Inverted pear shaped structure it will be. And this size is, that uterus size is 3 inches long. 3 inches means approximately 7.5 centimeters, and 2 inches, not centimeter, 2 inches wider, 3 inches long, 2 meters wide, 2 inches thickness it will be showing. Okay, 3 inches long, 2 inches wider, and 2 inches thickness it will be showing, just like a sac-like structure, which is useful for development of what? Zygote. The development of embryo, zygote, fetus occurs in uterus only. Okay, this is information about uterus. After uterus, next part we can call cervix. It will be showing what? Cervical canal. Cervical canal and birth canal. Okay, this part, narrower part, that means uterus opens into cervix. This cervix connects vagina with uterus. This is a narrower part, that is we can call cervix, narrower canal. This is we can call cervix canal. This cervix connects uterus and vagina. Okay. It is connect between these two. Okay, here cervical canal. Cervical canal means what? Especially for cervix, where does the cervix having the canal? This is cervical canal. And birth canal means cervical canal and vaginal canal. Vagina, both canals we can call birth canal. That means the child birth through with cervical. After development of uterus, the baby coming outside the body from cervix and vagina, that is we can call birth canal. Cervical canal and birth canal. Whatever canal is there in cervix, that is we can call cervical canal, and cervical canal and vaginal canal, both canals with combined and form we can call birth canal. Okay, next class we have to discuss about external genitalia.